Hey, I'm Stitched by Emma, and today I'm wearing a brand new prairie dress that I got off of Depop, and it's so pretty. We got like this crochet waist, and then there's like lace all over it. Oh my god, it's stunning. It's stunning, it's beautiful. But today I wanted to talk about fall and winter knitting plans. Now I know I do a lot of crochet. Most of my videos on here are focused around crochet, but I knit too, okay? I'm versatile. There's a lot that I can do. But I have my list of all the things that I want to make. Some are patterns, some are just like ideas or based off of photos. Any patterns that I reference or want to use, I will say the name of the creator. And then if you want to make it yourself, you can go and seek them out. I've never followed a knit pattern before. I'm actually kind of following one for the first time to make a baby shirt. A friend wanted me to make her a baby shirt for somebody she knew who just had a baby, and they want a Croatia soccer jersey themed sweater. So I'm doing my best to recreate that as best I can. I've never made something for a baby before, so it could be really bad, and I'm so sorry to that family if they're stuck with this shitty little baby sweater. But anyway, I learned how to knit last October. October was the first time I ever knit something, so we're almost coming up on a year here. And the first thing I ever knit was like a chunky sweater with a graphic on it. So I jumped right in. I kind of just like got the hang of it really quick. I've tried a lot of different techniques. There's so much I still haven't done yet, so much I want to try. So I've just kind of compiled this list of pieces that I was inspired by, patterns I was inspired by, and just the ideas that have kind of like run rampant in my head for the last year. And knitting is more of a winter thing for me. At least that's what I've learned. Crocheting with like cotton and, you know, just making like the crochet lacy, kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say slutty, because I don't think slutty is the word I'm looking for, but you know, kind of like the sexy pieces. I feel like usually crochet is easier to do that with. Maybe I'm just not as advanced in knitting yet to do something like that. I'd like to be. I'd like to get there, but for now we're gonna practice in the winter and the fall. I will be looking down and like referencing my computer. I'm also gonna try and throw in any photos for reference, pictures off my Pinterest, pictures of the patterns, so that you can just kind of get an idea. I'm also sorry if it's a little bit dark. I'm not totally sure how I'm gonna show up on camera right now. It's getting a little bit later. You know, we're cozy right now. It's a beautiful August night, like 70 degrees outside. It's perfect. I'm gonna order myself some Thai food after this. Watch some Desperate Housewives. I'm on season 7 now. So much to talk about. Anyway, the first thing that I want to knit, that I have the supplies for, I've been wanting to do it since last winter, is a Coraline sweater. I feel like everyone and their mother who knows how to knit wants to knit a Coraline sweater. I don't have a pattern that I found for this yet, or at least one that like matches the yarn of the gauge that I have. I have a bunch of yarn in Barocco Vintage in that perfect blue shade, and then some others in the white for the stars. And I've never knit colorwork in a raglan before, and I think a lot of these are raglan, so I think I'd like to try and find one that's either like flat knit, or I just have to make it myself. I just have to make the graph myself, and that's fine. I feel like I can totally do that. But that is the first one on my list. These aren't necessarily in order of like how much I want to do them. They're just kind of like in the order of how I remembered them when putting them on this list. The second sweater I want to make is one of the tarot sweaters from the creator starcrossed.knits. I have been following her on Instagram for, I don't remember when I found her profile, but ever since I did, it's like my world changed. She has some beautiful knit patterns that makes me want to learn how to follow a knit pattern. And one of my favorite ones of hers that just like every time I see it takes my breath away are her tarot card sweaters. She has, I believe, just like a basic pattern where you can plug in these different tarot cards, and she has like substitutions for the tarot cards for like $2 or something on her Etsy, and they are so cute. Every time I see them, I just like, I need one. I need one so bad, but I haven't done much color work, and I'm a little nervous about like the color work techniques, so I've been putting it off. I feel like I need to this winter. You need to see me rolling up to something in a tarot card sweater that I made myself. I feel like that's the ultimate like pinnacle of witchiness, and who am I if I can't make myself become that pinnacle? While we're on Starcrossed Knits, I would also really want to make her Prima pullover. It's just like an off-the-shoulder ribbed sweater, and everyone who I've seen wear it just looks so damn good. Everybody looks so good, and I want to look that good too. I love off-the-shoulder sweaters. I have really broad shoulders, and a lot of people I feel like think that with really broad shoulders you would want to cover them up, but I feel like the more they're covered, the broader they look. So I really like to do off-the-shoulder stuff and like halters like I'm wearing now, which again, I feel like a lot of people say if you have broad shoulders, like don't wear off-the-shoulder, don't wear halter, but I feel like that makes me look better. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm a sucker for an off-the-shoulder sweater, especially one that looks so pristine. So this is one that I really want to try and make. There's a picture on Pinterest that just every time I see it, I can like imagine my life in that picture, and I see it all the damn time. And it's a very simple photo of a girl baking in a green sweater, and I want that sweater. So my idea is to recreate something similar. You can see it's got multiple tones. It's chunky, it's fluffy. So my idea is to hold together 2 different green yarns plus a mohair in a neutral color, a brown, a beige, and that will bring the fluff to it, that will bring the dimension, and then the 2 greens together as well will make it chunky, because we got the 2 greens, we got the brown, we got the fluff, and it's just going to become something beautiful. So I would love to recreate something like that, and I think it would be so cute. And then I can bake while I wear it, play some jazz, have a glass of wine, and maybe I'll feel the completeness that I feel when I look at that picture. I don't know about you guys, but there are certain people I see, pictures I see, I'll be scrolling through TikTok and I'll see a person, and something about their vibe just like makes me feel at home, brings me back to a memory that I don't even remember having necessarily, but I'm just like, yes. I feel comforted, I feel safe, I feel like a child, and I don't know why. It's so weird. I don't understand it. I don't know why. There's no like really common feature or common factor in these people or these things, but there is just something about them that I can't describe that makes me feel like at home and comfortable. And sometimes when I'm scrolling through Pinterest, like that's just how I feel. And when I see those pictures, I'm like, there is something in this that is inspiring me to like live a life that I know I deserve, that I'm gonna get there. I don't know what I have to do to work to get it, but I'm gonna do it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the sweater and I'm gonna get there. My next one is what I have called my pink sunset cardigan, and I'm actually gonna pull out some of the yarns that I have for this. While I got up to get the yarns, my dogs decided to start going crazy downstairs. Just gonna wait it out. They definitely just saw a dog walking across the street. I think they stopped. I think we're safe. So here are some of the yarns that I picked out for this cardigan. The idea basically of it, I don't know if anybody has seen the green cardigan that I made for St. Patrick's Day, but it's just like a scrappy cardigan with all different yarns that are kind of monochrome, and then there's like a button band across the top instead of a button band down here. I think I want to do a full button band for this one. They're just kind of like colors of the sunset, and they all blend together very well. This is Malabrigo, and I have another skein of this that I can use. This is Monostel Uruguay Wool Classica. This is Arcane Fiberworks. I don't remember the name of this. I think it's Prairie something, but it's gorgeous. And this is from Expression L, and it's some of her hand-dyed Surrey alpaca. And then this one I got in a yarn lot in the mail the other day, and it's stunning. It's from Rock and Sock Club. I've never heard of the brand before, but it's beautiful colors and it's soft and it's nice. So all of those I'm gonna put together into like a little cardigan, and I think it's gonna be really cute and scrappy. I love imperfection. I love it when it doesn't necessarily look like perfect. The next pattern I want to try to make is the Coquette top by beauumeadow. I think their patterns are so cute. This is one that I saw a while ago on my feed, and I was just like, that is the perfect little like Rory Gilmore winter top. It'd be so cute in the fall with like just a little pair of jeans, little hat, everything. I don't know. I see it and I'm just like, oh, I could be so cute in a coffee shop in that. So that is on my list. I also want to try and make another floral graphic sweater. Like I said, that was one of the first things I ever made, but I want it to look more like this. I want to do the color work worked in. I actually have all the yarn for this that I ordered off of Hobby a while ago. It's just their basic wool, and I think it's going to be super cute. I'm going to have to make a graph. I'm going to have to work out like what I want it to look like, but instead of it being like a crew neck, I want it with a thinner yarn. I want it turtleneck. I want the drape to be a little more flowy, open sleeves instead of cuffed. So that's my goal. This one's a little ambitious for me. I feel like I haven't had much practice with turtlenecks, but I feel like it can be cute. I want to try knitting an asymmetrical cardigan. I've done this before with crochet. I found a pattern on Ravelry back when I used to work at the yarn store. In my downtime, I just like scrolled Ravelry, and this was like the week after I learned how to knit, and I made a list of like knit patterns I want to try once I learn how to get better. And this one was called the Clematis cardigan. I'm gonna try and find a photo of it. If it still exists on Ravelry, I'm sure it does. But just in the off chance it doesn't, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a picture, but this is one that I wrote down and I added to a list that I really wanted to try. Like I said, I've crocheted this before or something similar, but I'd like to try and knit one because there are some things that I crochet that I knew that I crocheted it with the intention of wanting it to look like something that I saw that was knit. And for me, this is something that I just think I would like better if it was knit. Not to dunk on my crocheting or anything like that, because I do think I'm quite good at crocheting, and I do disagree when a lot of people say that crochet garments just don't look good, because you're lying. I've crocheted some sexy garments and I love them. But there are some things that, like, truthfully, I was just like, yeah, I like this, it's cute, but like I wish I could knit this. And now that I can knit, I'm like, oh, I can just knit it. So that's my goal. The No Waist Sweater by Studio Clara. I think once I get enough like scraps, I would love to make something like this, and I'd like to make one for my boyfriend as well. I think it'd be so cute if we both had like matching like sporty little pullovers. I don't know, I think that'd be so cute. And don't say a word about the sweater curse to me, because I will snap. I'm sorry. I've had so many people go off on me about the sweater curse. Like 2 years ago for our anniversary, I made us matching like Snoopy sweaters, and everyone on TikTok is like, I hope you break up, and I hope you die, and I hope he dumps you, and I hope he leaves you on the side of the road, and he's going to because you made him a sweater. And I was like, chill out. On so many rants about the sweater curse, I don't really want to do it again. If you want to believe it, that's fine, but if a couple comes on here and they're like, look at our sweaters that we made, and you tell them that you hope that they like break up and die because of it, seek to heal your inner issues, I beg. Some of these are about to get a little bit abstract, okay? Some of these, this is where we get to the like, I had an idea in my head that's I'm trying to come to life. This one just says something super fluffy with brushed mohair. That's it. I have a lot of mohair. I love the way that looks, and I would love to get like a big fluffy sweater and brush it out. Maybe a pretty pastel color scheme, maybe some like autumns, whatever. As long as it's mohair and fluffy and brushed, we're cooking. The knit artist midsummer.knits just released a pattern called the Heartless Tee, and I would love to make this but with long sleeves and make it in a color scheme kind of inspired by Yurika Matoshi. I just looked it up to make sure that I was pronouncing the name right, but they're the designer that does like the cutout hearts and the strawberry dresses. Very cute sweaters, and I want to give all credit where credit is due for my inspiration of the stripes and everything like that, because I think it's so cute. So I'd be using like her pattern and then altering it a little bit to fit like what I'm going for, because I can barely figure out how to do a heart cutout and crochet, let alone knit. So I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna learn. I want to make a sweater inspired by a 2000s notebook. Now I'm gonna put in a picture so you know what I mean, but there is a very specific color scheme that was on almost every like notebook in Target for back to school season back when I was in like elementary school, and every time I see one, they're in the slideshows of I waited till I saw the sun, do 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 do, don't know why I didn't come, musical break left you by the house of fun. Anyway, this color scheme is Nora Jones come to life. It's coffee shop, it's cozy, and I would just like to make something like that in like little turtleneck, something fitted, something you can wear with like a little mini skirt, Mary Jane's. You get the vision. You get the vision. I don't know how many of y'all have heard of the brand Zone Blue, but it is a French knitwear designer, and some of their stuff, if you can find it, is some of the most beautiful abstract knits I have ever seen. And a lot of the inspiration for like the abstractness that I find I see in this brand, it's just very light and airy knits with an asymmetrical quality to it, floral detailing, ruffles, ribbons, bows, like it's got all of it. And I want to make something with this vibe, and I've attempted it before, but it didn't turn out exactly how I was going. It didn't have the fluffiness to it, it didn't have the ruffles. It ended up just kind of being like an off the shoulder sweater, which is like, woohoo, you did it. But I wish that I did more. So now that I have another year of skill on me, I think I'm gonna try again, and we'll see what happens. But that's like where the inspiration comes from for this, and I want something with this basic vibe. Bella Hadid wore a Zone Blue knit. I think that's when they started to like pop off, but I knew them before Bella Hadid because I'm cool like that. Because I'm an it girl like that. I'm basically Bella Hadid, and we should throw a party and we should call her because I think me and her would get along. We have 2 more on the list. One has a direct photo reference and one is just an idea. The direct recreation that I want to do is there is this episode of Sex and the City where Carrie wears this glorious neutral toned pearl side chunky knit sweater with a contrast stitch. Oh, when I saw it, I paused the episode to take a picture of it. This is from Pinterest. Whatever reference I'm using, I got it from Pinterest. The picture on my phone is so bad. But I was like, I know I need to make this. I know I need this in my closet. So that's on my list. And my final idea is a Guinness sweater. I am somebody who, I really don't like alcohol themed decor. I don't like alcohol merch. But there is something about that goddamn Guinness toucan that I love. I love Guinness merch. Somebody's fire alarm is going off across the street. Oh, it's off. No, it's back. I hope they're okay. I love Guinness merch. I think it's so cute. There is a Guinness baby tee that I saw the other day. I don't remember where it was from, but I wanted it so bad, but it was so expensive and for like no reason. And I'm not gonna pay that much for a Guinness shirt. Guinness is one of the few beers that I actually like enjoy drinking. It's got the coffee undertones. I love it. This is not sponsored. I just want a sweater with that toucan on it. I'm Irish too. It's an Irish beer. I think it would be really cute to have for like St. Patrick's Day and stuff. One of my friends said that she found this like old Guinness sweater with like the Guinness harp on it, and I think that'd be super cute too, but I feel like that'd be kind of like a pain to try and make the harp, but I feel like the toucan would be cuter and not as difficult. I don't know. So we'll see how that comes out. That'd be a hard graft to make, but I'm dedicated to try and figure it out. That's the last thing on my list. Those are my fall and winter knitting plans, knitting goals, aspirations, and hopefully inspiration for you guys too. Again, this isn't like anything that it's like, this is my design, and anything that is like my design, it hasn't come to life yet. So take all of this like for inspiration, use people's patterns, use these ideas. I would love it if we could twin. That'd be fun. I hope something in this inspired you. If you would like, please check out my website or my Etsy. My website has both original pieces and patterns that you can use, and my Etsy has all of my patterns. So if you would like to do some shopping, check out my work. I would love it if you could do that. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.